There once was a man named Gold Roger who was king of the pirates. He had fame, power, and wealth beyond your wildest dreams. Before they hung him from the gallows, these were the final words he said.
Our perspective is yours for the taking, but you'll have to join us first. We left everything we debated at the Yonko table.
Ever since, pirates from all over the world set sail for the Grand Line, searching for the Yonko table, the table that will make their dreams come true.
Yo, folks. Welcome to the latest and the greatest from the Yonko table. That is the voice of Grandmaster Hoop coming at you from, I don't know, TruthCon. We're live recording here at TruthCon because we are in the world of Vought and the boys. That's right, folks. We're here to discuss season 4, the premiere of The Boys, Amazon Prime's hit show that features superheroes and a semi-realistic portrayal of our world and what it would be like if they were real, and what it would be like if humans had something to say about the injustices that go on. That's The Boys in a nutshell. We've been covering The Boys since season 3, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. The pod was not in its heyday. Right. But goodness, we're here for season 4, and it was a doozy. 3 episodes. Amazon Prime just said, eat, and we consume. So we're here to discuss season 4 of The Boys. With me, as always, is DrJaceAttorney. DrJaceAttorney, are you a starlighter? Or are you a home teamer?
Those are my only options.
Those are your only options.
I'll stay neutral. I'll be team neutrality. Toasty got to be team neutrality on House of the Dragon. I get to be it here.
That one's different.
I guess
this is a more realistic portrayal of our world today. Be careful now, whichever you choose.
Damned if I do, damned if I don't. Sure, Team Starlighter, whatever. There we are.
I'm team home teamer, so
that is not true. I know that's a lie.
And you've just been canceled.
Let me be canceled. That's fine. I stand by
you
my
heard it
man.
here, folks. Grandmaster Hoop is a home teamer.
We'll
cancel him on Twitter, Spotify, Apple Pod, and YouTube. And are there any other social media I missed?
Thanks for trying to ruin our fan base. Yes, folks, that's the voice of Supernova. Dr. Mondo's in the house. Dr. Mondo, dare I ask if you're a home teamer?
Nah, I'm a starlighter.
Okay. And yes, folks, that little chuckle you heard is a newcomer to the pod. Please welcome new Supernova. Oh, no, not a Supernova. Dr. Jason and I talked about this. We are a One Piece themed podcast, despite us tackling a lot of other shows and series and movies outside of One Piece. But we have supernovas who were our first guests ever to join the show. We had admirals like Hooper TV who come to ruin our fun. And then we have what is called the worst generation, which is a generation consisting of up-and-coming pirates that seek to obstruct the status quo of the new world. So we have the first, well, I guess technically Frisco was a worst generation. So I guess this is probably our second worst generation member here. Please welcome Miss Mad.
Hello, everybody.
What brings you here, Miss Mad?
I'm a big Boys fan. I'm a big homelander home team. Just kidding.
You're home teamer.
No. When you asked that question, I was thinking of the meme where it's like, oh, like, who are you voting for if you have a gun to your head? And the guy's like, I'm letting the gun go off. That's the reference.
Oh, God. That sounds like a worst generation thing. I'm not sure what that meme is. There goes the gap. There's the gap. It will be exploited. Sure. Well, Miss Mad, we're happy to have you here. You know, you remind me of something of my long lost sister. I had a long lost brother, and I have a long lost sister. All right, whatever.
Hope you find them.
Yeah, I hope so.
Maybe someday.
Maybe someday. Who knows? But goodness, Miss Mad. Well, you came in for a doozy of a, Yonko table outing. Again, we got 3 episodes. So shoot, let's get into this. One, God, what we keep getting again. It's the age of the 2-year gap between shows. It's almost been 2 years since we talked about The Boys.
Yep.
Now, with that said, though, The Boys did an excellent thing where we got Gen V to hold us over, which we covered on the pod. We enjoyed Gen V, right? We all enjoyed
Gen V
Gen
was
V.
good.
Gen V was enjoyed.
Right. Miss Mad, did you watch Gen V?
I did.
Ooh, okay.
Oh.
And what were your takes on Gen V overall? Worthy follow-up or tie-in?
I liked it. I think I liked it more when they brought in Newman and started really tying in the boys' world. But other than that, I was almost bored. But I feel like for me to enjoy something, I really have to connect with the characters. So usually season 1 is what gets me connected with the characters, and I'd probably enjoy season 2 more.
Season 2 is greenlit. I think it's filming right now, if I'm not mistaken. So we should get Gen V season 2 next year. R.I.P. Chance. Sorry, R.I.P. Chance, the metal guy.
Yeah.
With that said, Gen V supposed to bleed into The Boys, and also picking up where we left off in season 3 of The Boys. Again, one of the beautiful things about The Boys is how it's a mirror of our world, and that's always it's fun to watch people, I guess, not get it. So I've seen people popping off saying, "The Boys is woke. The Boys is woke." I think it might have always been.
Yeah, it's like you missed. It's like if you're saying it's woke, you really missed the point of it all.
I think if you're just realizing 4 seasons in of what The Boys really is, I feel like that speaks more to you than it does about the show itself.
Like there's a problem, and it's not The Boys.
Do you know the Euphoria meme from the play where the character Maddie's like, "Is this play about us?"
Yes. Oh.
Yeah.
They're having that moment.
They're having
is
that
this
moment.
show, is TruthCon about us? It is.
It is. Wait, is the home teamers us?
It always has been.
I always find that really funny, but okay, let's just get into it. So in the world of The Boys, quite a divisive background going on. We do have the home teamers, which is, I guess, the political party or political activists that follow Homelander. After Homelander blasted that dude's head at the end of season 3, you fascist!
He threw a water bottle. That was dangerous.
It could have hurt Ryan.
It could have hurt Ryan.
Water fought honey.
I think he said it could have been laced with like anthrax or something. You never know.
Point. I think this the argument is sound, and then of course they cheered and applauded, and we are now, I guess, seeing kind of, if the ego wasn't already exploded, it is now inflated to huge proportions, and now we have Homelander on trial.
No, and by the way, just like going, that's like so. I'm pretty sure they didn't do it on purpose, but like it's perfect because Donald Trump just came out of trial. Granted,
could it be the writers predicted the future?
Granted, they're innocent, and in real life, Trump is guilty. But it was pretty funny. I was like, that is a great tie-in.
Like we always say, life imitates art.
Yep.
Or art imitates life. Sorry, reverse.
I know.
So, but Homelander's still the head of VOT. VOT's doing VOT things still. We'll, get into specifics a little later on. With that said, though, our fan favorite, The Boys, kind of in a bit of a disarray since we last saw them. Again, they had the big battle with Soldier Boy, who should have been there, end all be all of Homelander, and now that's not the case. Maeve is MIA. I think she's ran away. She's in hiding.
No, she lost her powers.
Yeah.
Is that what happened?
Yeah,
but she's alive though. She's alive
because she threw herself with Soldier Boy when Soldier Boy was gonna like explode.
I remember that. Yeah.
And in that process, she loses her powers.
Okay. So so she survived that.
She survived.
Okay. But and Soldier Boy was locked up again, and
Soldier Boy was locked up
I think he was
again.
put back on ice.
Okay.
So I guess he's still alive. Yeah. But you know, that win only came because you had Butcher and Huey on Temp V, and as we know, Temp V is we're seeing some of the effects now. Let's check in with the boys. First up, we got Butcher, no longer part of the boys. He's out. Why?
Too little, too late. Oh wait, no, he didn't say that. That was Mother's Milk.
I thought he did. I thought that was pretty good.
No, well, I mean, I guess that was.
You could have fooled me.
There you go. Perfect. No,
they tried to kick him out, right? I feel that's what he said.
Yeah, they did. He's like, "You're out, Butcher. You're out. I can't keep you. I don't know. I can't. I can't do Mother's Milk.
Liability, Butcher."
Did you think he was recasted at first?
No, that's Laszlo.
I know.
With the shaved face.
Yeah, I know it is, but I kid you not. If you Google it right now, there are articles of people asking, "What was Mother's Milk recasted?" And it was people just reaffirming he was not recasted. He just slimmed down. He slimmed down.
He did slim down,
and he shaved his beard.
And he shaved his beard.
So that was interesting. I was like, man, who is this guy?
Oh my God!
I recognize
what, Miss Mad? What?
I thought he looked really different.
Thank you.
As soon as it came on, I didn't think he got recasted, but I noticed that I'm pretty sure Kimiko was like, "Oh, you need to eat these cream puffs. It looks like you're not eating." Like literally the first scene. I noticed that though.
Oh wow!
I feel like they're kind of playing into it.
Okay. They acknowledge that he does look different.
Yeah.
Over my head. No.
Interesting.
Don't be like those fools though on the internet. That is still him. There's people who don't think it's him.
No, I'm not gonna be like, oh my God, did they clone him? It's not him. It's just like Eminem. Oh my God.
Truth-Con.
No, Truth-Con.
It's a conspiracy.
I don't know. Your image is very telling. He's underneath the Illuminati symbol with Truth-Con.
Oh no. There are no conspiracies. There are or coincidences.
Interesting.
Only truth. But yeah, no. Speaking of Mother's Milk, he is now in charge of the boys. I think that's where they were heading either way with last season 2. With Grace, because Butcher has been kind of too much of a wild card, more than he used to be with doing Temp V. But now he's only got 6 months to live.
Right.
So is this the end of Billy Butcher?
There was some theory, well, not a theory, but someone asked a question where they're wondering if who's the main character from Gen V, the one with the blood powers. I forgot her name.
I don't know her name too.
But
let's call her Bloodbender.
Bloodbender, sure. People are saying like, hey, could she maybe
Marie?
Could she come in here and maybe remove the Temp V from his bloodstream?
Whoa.
Oh wait, no, not even that. So the tumor. She's just gonna remove the tumor.
Yeah, but her gimmick is like just blood though, isn't it? Or
yeah, like tumor, like if he has a brain tumor, that's like conglomerate of cells. Like you can do that.
I guess she could technically.
She has that power.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if maybe that's how they're gonna potentially bridge it and maybe save Butcher. Do you think he deserves to be saved, or it's like no, he?
I think Butcher deserves to be saved.
I think Butcher is also trying to ask himself that question.
Yes.
I think he's trying to go out on a high note because, again, his big thing in these first 3 episodes is, he understands if the boys don't want him around except for Huey, but he's gonna try to make good with Ryan and his boys. You know, he's still gonna try to stand by him. The Butcher Ryan bit is probably my favorite bit, maybe, of these first 3 episodes.
Yeah.
You know, he's the last good thing from his wife.
Yep.
And I don't know, when Ryan, we'll come back to Ryan later on, but their little moment, you know, with the cookie jar and
That was nice.
playing
That was a nice
pool, the
moment.
foosball. That was nice. That was Miss Mad. Did you tear up?
Oh no, I really like that.
It was good. I hope Butcher pulls through. I do. I mean,
We'll see.
when we look at TruthCon, he saved the day at TruthCon. And
Yeah.
they sure would have been dead.
Yeah, TruthCon was a trip.
We'll come back to TruthCon. Speaking of people taking Temp V and being on the verge of death, Huey seems fine.
Because Huey stopped it before it could have lasting damage.
Now I did hear an interesting theory about Huey,
What?
because you know Huey's big thing here is trying to find relevance again in the group, but he's being sidetracked by the appearance of his mom and his dad being in the hospital. We haven't seen. I mean, this is just a theory. Somebody said, "Is Huey actually talking to his mom? Is his mom actually there?"
Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
it
yeah.
has to be, because he even talked to that
To the lawyer.
the lawyer, yeah. And they
Yeah.
referenced the mom, say, yeah, she has power of attorney. Get over
She's
it.
alive. She's alive.
I don't know.
Is it all in his
I'm not-
head?
I'm not putting it. It could, if it was, that'd be kind of crazy.
That would be
Yeah, because
wild.
he's never with his mom and someone else. It's always him
Yeah.
alone.
I can see why. I'm not buying it though. I'm not team Huey's going crazy.
I think Huey will probably have some side effects, though. Maybe not, you know, cancerous like Butcher.
So none of them have superpowers anymore from Temp V,
No,
right?
They don't.
Okay.
Except
MV
Starlight.
Well, because I was
Starlight
wondering.
and Starlight and Kimiko.
Right. I'm only asking because I was wondering how, like, later on in the episode, I think it was episode 2, Mother's Milk is like beating down one of the soups at TruthCon, and I'm like, how's he doing that?
Oh. Well, I get what you're saying, because again, it's very loose with regards to the powers of the soups. But we did talk about this. I know we talked
we
about
did.
this
No,
in
we
Gen V.
did. I know
There's
you're
a
gonna go.
baseline of strength. Right?
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
So I thought if you are a soup, regardless what your power is, you have that abnormal level of human strength that's above the average human. So that's why I was like, how is Mother's Milk beating up this guy who's a soup? He was a silly guy. I mean, he probably not that powerful, but still, I was like, is he still feeling Temp V a little bit? But I don't know.
Well, Mother's Milk never had
Mother's
Temp V.
Milk never used Temp V.
Oh,
It
he
was only-
didn't. Oh, okay.
it was
So it was
only
just
Yeah, it was only
Huey
Huey
and
and Butcher. Yeah.
even less sense. How is he beating him up?
I think there's just, I don't know. It's a weird scale, because when we look at Newman in the opening as well, acid doesn't work on her. Just
Right.
rubs off her
Yeah,
shoulders.
like
And she
she's
took a
vulnerable.
bullet to the head.
Yeah, that was even. Yeah, that's more weird. I don't get that. Cause even the other characters like Kimiko, who don't have, like, she has powers, but like there's nothing about invulnerability in her kit, I guess. But she took a bullet and she fell to the ground. She needed time to like recover. But Newman takes a
Correct.
bullet and it bounces off like she's
walked
super.
it off.
She walked it off. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I guess people
There's
have varying degrees of like
Oh yeah,
their invulnerability.
There's variability, and I think that's cool. You know, like different
definitely
suits,
cool.
different powers, different. You never know what you're gonna get.
I do wish they just kind of a little bit explain that. Like, I don't know, somebody pulls out a chart. This is the average strength of a soup. If you're
Well,
below
like-
it,
It's like A rank, B rank, C rank, D rank.
Yes.
honestly, what
That's
is
right.
this? Who ranks their heroes? That's not My Hero. Oh, I guess no. Well, My Hero has the hero ranking, but
Mid hero.
wait, they do that here in The Boys. They rank the heroes in The Boys based on popularity.
Oh, yeah,
it's
popularity.
popularity.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
nothing,
a thing.
nothing
That's a
beyond
thing.
that.
But yeah, actually, speaking of the opening, so we are in the midst of this election year.
Yeah. This
and
was.
you have. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say it was disappointing, but go on.
Somewhat.
Somewhat. This was very.
Wait, we're just talking about the opening in general.
The opening, yeah. Well,
compared to other seasons.
I think the first 3 episodes compared to other seasons was disappointing compared to prior seasons, but this aspect with the trial that you're talking about, I was severely disappointed.
Well, the trial, the election, the trial was very rushed.
It was, yeah, like that was the part I was looking forward to the most in season 4. With how season 3 ended, and especially the material that they were like marketing season 4 with, it just and considering the current political climate, that was probably going to be the most interesting element, I feel like, for going into season 4. And it's just like one and done in like a single episode. It's gone.
You didn't get to see the trial.
You didn't get to see the trial, nothing. The jury, nothing. You just get, the verdict is in.
Like from another point of view, it's like I understand the disappointment of speeding through the trial, but I think it's what they want to highlight is not only that Homelander's invulnerable, like physically, in the sense that, like nothing can kill Homelander, nothing can hurt Homelander, no bullet, no missile, nothing. Even the law can't hurt Homelander. Homelander is completely above the law, and he's now becoming almost a god in the sense that he has this cult following behind him. So I think that's why they rushed the trial. I get what you're saying, but they're trying to paint the picture. Yeah, it's like, you thought you had Homelander. Nah, you don't.
But wouldn't you have loved to have seen that? Like, let's say if they didn't care to prolong it, like you're saying, wouldn't you have loved to see like the inner machinations of the courtroom, to see how Homelander manipulated them?
I would have liked to see maybe like the jury stuff.
Yeah, show it to me. If you're gonna blast through this, show me how much he's controlling them.
I didn't need that much. I'm gonna be very honest. I think I didn't need that much of the trial. I needed maybe a little bit, but not that much.
You don't need it, but the boys in previous seasons have done better at showing kind of all aspects of kind of the corruption of this world and the one-sidedness. This season just more focused on the mob mentality of it all, and it's like the Homelander's trying to create a new world order. Right. Well, he's not trying to create it. These people are warped.
He's becoming a new Hitler.
But see, Hitler's intentional. This man is just being Homelander, and these people are nuts.
But he's using the same tactics. He's using the same tactics, fear, just playing on people's fears. Now he has, we'll talk about her, Sage, and kind of calling some shots there. He's playing on people's fears, their insecurities, their ignorance, using it for himself and creating a new world order. He's now truly trying to become a god.
And that would have been great to exemplify that in the courtroom, to see, what's that quote from Star Wars where Padme's like, so this is how democracy dies. Oh, with thunderous applause.
Oh yeah, that was like, I think episode 3.
Yeah, Revenge of the Sith.
Revenge of the Sith.
It would have been a nice touch to see. But we'll come back to that big part. Frenchie, Kimiko, that's it for the boys, right? That's all our boys members, Frenchie and Kimiko.
Yeah.
Frenchie,
Kimiko going through
Frenchie,
you want to talk about Frenchie first?
Like having some actions, having a love affair with.
I don't buy it.
I'm telling you, this element of the first 3 episodes was the most boring.
Well, I just felt it came out of nowhere. I was like, one, the whole Kimiko Frenchie bit. I love Kimiko and Frenchie. I'm Frenchico.
But 4 seasons in, are you tired of the will they, won't they? Will they, won't they?
That's fun. I mean,
No,
we can be done with the will they, won't they? But this came out of nowhere. We're just friends. We're just friends. Go get some dick.
I'm just friends with Colleen. Leave me alone, Kimiko.
Where did this come from? They had that musical moment in season 3.
Oh,
Kimiko
yeah, they
does no wrong
did.
for me. She will never do anything wrong for me and the boys.
And they kissed.
I
This confused me.
I wasn't big on the Kimiko and Frenchie segments. To me, like, if of all the subplots that were like going on in the first 3 episodes, they're probably at the bottom for me. I'm bored. I'm tired of it.
Miss Mad, are you Team Frenchico?
I'm Team Frenchico, but I'll have to agree that both of their subplots, I just didn't like it because it really did feel like there was nothing leading up to it, and we're just like trying to give them something to do in season 4. That's what it kind of felt like.
What does their story add to what is like the major stuff of what's going on? And it's nothing.
Right, Kimiko's can be good. Kimiko's can be good.
Kimiko's could be good.
good.
It could lead somewhere, but that was in episode 3, which is I'm assuming you're talking about the
with the human trap. Whenever she ran into the girl from her
that
parents.
person, right? Is that who you're talking about, or who you referring
Yeah.
to? Okay, that could go somewhere.
Well,
But
that's
like
a good tie-in because her past, giving
Yeah.
her past.
Yeah, exactly. But then when I'm watching like Frenchie go over like, his this love affair with Colleen, and he's like, oh, mon pass, I can't get over me past. I'm like, what does this matter? What?
Well, he apparently killed his family.
Apparently, but what does that add to anything that's going on?
My biggest issue is like, I don't remember this plot at all.
It wasn't a thing before. It was just added.
Apparently it was. People like when he was with that one weird girl who was kind of grooming him.
the crazy Russian lady.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was kind of her doing.
Yeah, they implied that in the last season that he did some messed up stuff in his past, both without her tutelage and with her tutelage.
Yeah, I think I understand what they're trying to do with Frenchie and Kimiko here. Granted, Kimiko, I think they're doing it a little bit better than Frenchie, but both of them, it's kind of like them confronting their past. And they have very different ways of confronting their past, right? In Frenchie's, it's like, yeah, Frenchie did a lot of bad stuff. And we know that he did a lot of bad stuff that he does not feel good about doing all those things. And now he's trying to find some sort of redemption with this guy because of the wrong that he did. Granted, they kind of threw it out of nowhere, and that's like what's a little bit but it's him trying to come to terms with his past, trying to find redemption. But in that process of him trying to find redemption, he still views himself as a monster, and that's why he just went back to drugs. And Kimiko is also trying to face her past demons. That's why she goes to therapy. She fails miserably at it. And then she kind of warps a little bit what the therapist said of confronting your past. Oh, look at this. Boom. Confronting my past is vengeance. And then she just goes down that path. So it's just different ways that they're trying to confront their past, but they feel tied and ashamed of their past. And that's why they're not even opening up to each other.
Which I need them to, because I'm not buying.
It's only episode 3. I'm just gonna.
No, it just feels this was a big kind of wrench thrown into the cogs of the story. It feels out of left field, and the way it's executed too.
Kimiko's doesn't feel out of left field because Kimiko, there's a lot of things we don't know about her. So
no, I'm talking about their relationship, throwing this wrench into their. I don't mind them exploring their past. What I mind is their relationship that just, I feel this, it was going like this by the end of season 3, and then out of nowhere it goes like this. And so I'm just kind of confused on the execution of the story point.
Yeah,
I think Kimiko's story will be fun and fine as far as where this goes. With
for
the soup
sure, I think
trafficking.
at least Frenchie, I get what you're saying, and definitely it is the weaker subplot of the subplots. But let's see where it goes, and at the end, I'll kind of give my final verdict when it comes. But I understand what you're saying. It is.
I would love for you to keep this energy during the Acolyte. Let's see where it goes.
Wow.
No, but the Acolyte is trash. Like, that's the thing.
Oh, well,
3 episodes in, the Acolyte's try.
No, the thing is that there's nothing
3
redeemable.
episodes into the boys. Let's see where it goes.
No, there's nothing redeemable about the Acolyte. There's so many redeemable things about this.
We'll see. We'll see where it goes.
see.
We'll see.
No, but it is the weakest subplot. It is.
No,
Like,
no, it definitely is. I mean,
objectively, it is the weakest subplot.
I'm not really into Starlight's subplot either that much.
I'm telling you, there's a lot of weak subplots going
Yeah,
on
I'm
in season
not-
4.
Granted, I've never been a huge Starlight fan. I'm not gonna lie, but I think it's nice that they're picturing her. It's like, hey, you really aren't the Miss Goody Two Shoes that you've always been depicted as. I'm cool with that.
That part was interesting. I definitely felt. I was kind of hurt. I was like, oh, Starlight. You said all those mean things to
Did that?
Firecracker?
I'm the opposite. Didn't that seem out of pocket? Like, what she did?
Well,
Do you believe that about her character? That, I mean, I get it. Like,
No,
she
it's
she was a kid, so you know.
she was a teenager.
Yeah, even as a kid, I was like, oh.
but again,
Yeah,
it's like,
I don't know.
because
That's a bully.
Starlight, they've always pictured her as being like the Miss Goody Two Shoes of the boys, always kind of like, oh, the moral compass to a certain way, and it's like, now you know, well, she ain't that Miss Goody Two Shoes. Like, she does have a past like everyone else, and you know, she's trying to escape from it as well in her own way. I think that's like a big thing that's going on in this season. It's like everybody's past is catching up with them in some sort of way. Like,
I can see that kind
like
of, yeah.
Huey, his mom, Starlight, Firecracker, Frenchie, and Colin and his family, Kimiko and this random girl. Mother's Milk is maybe like,
Well, Mother's Milk, he was ready to confront his past, the dude.
Todd.
oh yeah, he was ready to confront that guy. And Butcher, it's like, yeah, his past, he's trying to make terms with his past before he leaves, before he dies.
Yeah.
I think that's like a big theme that they're trying to build in this season.
I can see that.
Yeah.
The boys are confronting their past. But what about Vought and the Seven? I think they're embracing the future.
Except, I
oh.
thought in the mirror scene, wasn't the voice in Homelander's head telling him to like go home to like his past?
Also,
too?
yeah.
Oh.
Go to
Homelander
Star.
also has to confront his past demons.
Mhm.
That's the theme of this season.
Wow, look at Miss Mad. Very astute, Miss Mad.
Mm.
Yes. Let's
Which-
talk about Vought.
I think
go.
this perspective makes me appreciate it more. Like the idea that all of them confronting their past. I think it makes me like the subplots a little bit more.
I guess season 3 left them with some breadcrumbs to trail back to their past. I can see it now. So like we said, Homelander, the ego's running rampant. He just wants to be loved at the end of the day.
But also, Homelander's dealing with his own humanity and mortality in the first episode.
Yes, he
So
kept plucking the hairs.
were those
Those
his
were-
hairs on his head, or
No, those are
Pubes.
those
right?
are pubes,
okay?
but they're
okay,
white.
they're white. Okay. Because I mean,
They're
his hair is
white.
like blonde-ish
And
in a
then
way.
then Sage says it's like, yeah, it's like you're dyeing your hair more frequently now.
Yeah.
It's like you're going to the bathroom a lot more because your prostate's enlarged, and AKA you're getting old, man.
You're not immortal.
You're not immortal. You are human.
It's
You're
that.
not a god, right?
It's that
You're not a
SpongeBob, that Mr. Krabs song. You're so old. Remember when he pulls out his shirts like 80 chins? Come on, that's classic SpongeBob. Whatever.
Oh God, sorry.
Dr. Mondo got it. That's all that matters.
But not yeah, he's getting old. Let me ask y'all this: would you ever drink a milkshake from Homelander?
Oh, that's right. What
Right,
an interesting
I thought about
choice
that.
of dessert. Yeah.
I thought about that.
And the whole thing with the milk, he's like, Ryan, aren't you gonna drink your milk? Because he had milk for him. Interesting.
I thought about that. I was like, he's a sick man. He's disgusting. But so he's getting old. He wants his son's love, which we thought by the end of season 3 things were gonna be going good. Looks like Ryan's a pretty decent kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. We thought at least he was gonna get like some form of like twisted satisfaction in like doing some of the messed up things that Homelander would encourage, but no, he doesn't want any part of that.
Yeah.
Which is nice. That's nice. He's not going full Brightburn on us.
Brightburn. Or what's his name? Does he have a sidekick name? Did they come up with one?
Who?
For Ryan. Did they come up
Oh
with a
God, they
name for him?
did. Yeah, it was. Oh man, it wasn't Homelander Jr., but it might as well have been
boy.
Homeboy. Maybe.
Homeboy. Oh God.
I feel like they gave him something. I don't remember the name, but I remember seeing it. I'm like, ugh. Oh man, Ryan, get out of there.
Oh, the costume was ass too. I did not like the costume.
Oh, it was
either.
terrible. Yeah.
Absolute mess.
Yeah. Not a fan. Also, Homelander's exercising this state of control, as Dr. Mondo said, with regards to the fear, a system of fear, like Deep, come blow A Train right now.
He's tired of the yes
Nobody's-
men that he created.
It's like Homelander is he to a certain degree he wants someone that challenges him.
He does want a challenge. Yes,
He wants
that is what
he wants a challenge, but at the same time it's very interesting because he also has this enormous ego that it's like that he always thinks that he's right. And Sage is the only person to a certain degree that is superior to Homelander in one aspect. That's like Homelander can never reach her in this aspect, which is her mind. She's the smartest being on the planet. And I think Homelander respects that. He truly respects that in Sage, but his ego comes into play so many times and he just brushes her off and she's like, damn it.
he's already starting to regret recruiting Sister Sage. You can easily see that where, he, like you said, he's like, you're the smartest person. I need you on my team.
It's and I will listen. He's not listening to her anymore.
He's like listening, but he's annoyed. Now he's annoyed.
Yes.
And that could be her eventual downfall because not only is he annoyed by the constant kind of nagging, but she is right, and he hates to admit when he's wrong,
Yeah.
So that could spell certain disaster for Sister Sage. But she's an interesting character, Sister Sage.
I like her.
I think Sister Sage, her downfall is gonna be like, you think you can control Homelander. Like, that's the thing. Everyone who thought they could control Homelander end up dead. Everyone.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's like, that's number one mistake. You can't control Homelander.
You can only he's a sheep. You just got to be a sheepdog.
Yeah.
You got to make them think, they're leading the way, but really you're just kind of corralling them and making them go the way you want. It's a dangerous game she plays, but I would say she's also very interesting because I don't think the boys have ever had an intellectually,
she's a strategist.
enemy.
She's actually thinking ahead of them. She's not a powerhouse.
Right. Most of the times the boys just stumble onto their victories.
Yeah, it's like she's playing 4D chess with everyone.
I don't think they have anybody to rival. I mean, she's already the smartest person in the world, so they got that going against them.
Right.
I don't know how you beat that.
I mean, you just
unpredictability. Butcher.
Oh wait, how the boys beat her, or
Yeah, I don't know how you beat Sister Sage. I don't know.
Again, unpredictability. Someone who has nothing to lose, aka Butcher. He's gonna do things that are not logical.
You know what's crazy? Yeah, they're probably gonna go down that route. He's gonna do something just that are not within her calculations. Like only a sensible person would have done this, and he's like, well, I'm not a sensible person, love. And then he shoots her. I don't know.
I don't know. She shall be an interesting addition. I mean, look at what she's doing already. She's, manipulating Homelander. She's making the Deep grow a pair. Why do you let her talk to you like that?
Do you feel like that's manipulation though? I like, or do you think it's genuine? Like she's like, hey, why do you let her talk to you like that? What's going on there?
It's manipulation based in truth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's planting some seeds there to get to get people in her corner.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
it's like she's a bitch. She can be very stern, and then out of nowhere she sprinkles in like, oh, by the way. And she plays on people's insecurities because the deep is an idiot. the deep
thoughts with the deep
idiot.
Miss Matt, are you a Deep fan, or are you just a fan of Nate Archibald from Gossip Girl?
I don't think I can say I'm like a fan of the Deep. I think his character is really troubled, but really hilarious in that sense. But I am also a Nate Archibald fan.
I see. I mean, I do like Nate Archibald. It is what it is.
Are we team Kimiko X Frenchie or team Deep X Ambrosia?
Oh no.
Deep, did you get rid of the octopus? He's like, yes, she's gone.
Talk to me, my love.
That's Tilda Swinton.
I knew it. I knew it. It sounded way too familiar.
That's the White Queen from Narnia.
That's insane.
Oh, that's hilarious. You haven't cleaned my tank in a long time.
It has an algae bloom. What's going on, my love? Let's run away. Let's run away from this.
It's disturbing, but it's hilarious. Ashley's out, right? She's no longer.
Well,
she's still
out.
at Vought, but she's not the CEO anymore.
Right.
She's the mascot now.
She's the mascot.
She said, like, what they said, like Ronald McDonald.
Like Ronald McDonald. Yeah.
It's like, no, you're not fired. You're just like Ronald McDonald.
And she wanted to resign too. She was like, you have any idea how many times Disney reached out to me?
Right.
And then as soon as, I think it was the scene where Homelander like burned a hole through one of the people that they thought was leaking the information.
She shred her resignation.
She shred her resignation letter. She's like, no.
That was terrible.
I gotta stay.
Who would want to work in
my son's life? So she just called me in order to attract and Sage is just like she could have actually told us something.
Can't allow it. Can't allow it.
The leak has been plugged.
Can't allow it. I guess the most, I think. Oh, we gotta talk about, because I think we talked about this too in person. We're like, is Black Noir alive?
No.
So that's someone different.
That is somebody in a Black Noir.
This is a stand-in Black Noir.
Right.
That is hilarious.
And I like how he's like very vocal because he's like, I'm trying to sell the Black Noir persona, but you need to give me
motivation. What's my motivation?
What's my motivation?
And they just tell him, shut up.
He's like, you don't talk. That's your motivation. Okay, but why? You're still talking.
No, that's funny. I do like that. That bit is really funny. Because Homelander killed him last season.
But see, not everybody was in on Homelander killing him, but now they're all in on it, and they're like,
do they all know though?
I swear Homelander killed Black Noir, and it was not like, hey, I killed Black Noir.
I think like everyone knows this is not Black Noir.
Well, no. Now they know. I think Homelander just went and said, I killed Black Noir.
Oh,
And-
they just don't question where the real one went.
Correct. Right. Exactly. I think they're just all fearful now.
Okay.
And I think one person on Team Vought is finally coming to the light, and it's about damn time. Probably might be the best redemption arc of the boys. I think it's on its way. A-Train.
Correct.
A-Train.
He's there.
I think I would have had enough too if I was the star of that white savior movie.
Oh, come on, with Will Ferrell, that's so funny.
When I saw Will Ferrell, and he was playing Will Ferrell.
Oh yes, that was great. I was
like, that is so.
What did the director say? He's like,
He said,
am I detecting Blindside? Or was it Blindside?
Yeah, Blindside. Yeah. He's like, am I supposed to be going Sandra Bullock? Or when he came up to A-Train, he's like, the script says, it don't matter. All right, you said it does not matter. All right.
Oh man.
But I
That's
would say this
wild.
has been a really good build-up for A-Train across the seasons.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And now it really just kind of hammered home with the. I don't think I knew this with regards to when he was talking to his nephews,
Mhm.
talking about his saves and how they're all scripted. I didn't think all the Seven's accolades were all scripted.
Oh yeah. I thought, their whole thing is a facade, but I thought to a degree to build that rep, they had to have saved some people. They had to have
Right.
done some heroic acts, but apparently not. All of it's fake. That's insane.
That's crazy. That changes things.
Yeah.
Like, do they even, for example, you go back to like season 1, would they even know how to save everybody on that plane?
Probably not. I think weren't they the reason why it was going down? The plane with Queen Maeve and Homelander, right?
Yeah, Queen Maeve and Homelander, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember, honestly. But it's like, yeah, they're probably not actually trained to save anybody
Right.
because it's all fake. So that was a big moment. A-Train came in clutch twice. We'll come back to his clutch save. All right, let's get into some of these, I guess, the bigger moments of the episode, or of the 3 episodes. You had, I'm sorry, we forgot. There's one more new member. There's Firecracker.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's fine.
Conspiracist.
Well, no. She's a grifter. She's a grifter. That's what she is.
Marjorie Taylor
Oh,
Greene.
a grifter.
A grifter, right? So she is promoting this nonsense and these conspiracies to
Oh,
garner
she
that
said-
audience. But she
did
doesn't.
the Tom Hanks bit.
She did the Tom Hanks bit. Yes, exactly. But she
No, but,
herself
like-
does not actually believe in the rhetoric she's putting out there.
Oh, okay.
That's a
But it's
grifter.
like, I think if I were to say like a real life comparison of who Firecracker is Marjorie Taylor Greene from of the House of Representatives.
I was just gonna say Alex Jones.
Or she can be Alex Jones as well. She can she can be both of those, like spewing these conspiracy nonsense.
Yeah, I'm more Alex Jones on it just because Alex Jones just says some of the most out of pocket and outlandish things, and that's
That is
what
true.
that's what Firecracker was doing this whole time. Like she was mentioning the Epstein Island, the Tom Hanks bit, and she was going down the whole thing. She was just conspiracy theory after conspiracy theory. She's fine. She's fine. She's not like this new character that I'm like, oh man, why is she here? But I'm not like losing it with her addition. I feel like she's mostly here as like a contrast to Starlight.
She's the foil to Starlight.
She's the anti-Starlight.
Yeah.
Yeah. They'll probably
And
come to blows later.
and she has her personal vendetta against her.
I think rightfully so.
Honestly, I'm
she's-
like,
Some justified.
I can understand. It's like Starlight made her life a living hell.
Yeah. It's a classic revenge.
Yep.
It works.
Weak.
Listen, season 3 was a tall order. I think they knew they weren't gonna top season so far. We'll see what happens. Let's get into these bigger moments that really are the boys defining, I'd say, moments. We had in the opening sequence with Newman's daughter Zoe, in her xenomorph tentacle transformation.
What is that?
I honestly jumped. I jumped.
I was like, what?
I wasn't
heck?
expecting her. Yeah. I know she got a power from the last season.
Right.
They
They gave her
Newman injected her with V.
Yeah.
Correct.
So
But
yeah.
just that, God, geez, talk about worst powers of the bunch. I
right.
don't
She
know.
seemed really like she was quick to kill those people.
She was quick.
Yeah,
I
he
think
just went.
I'm sure Newman taught her to be like, hey, if they're against us, they're not like us. Be
They're
rid of
not
them.
like us.
Mhm. They're
Wow.
not like us. The baseball bats in the guilty verdict.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
That was rough.
kind of heavy. Yeah, it was rough.
Yeah.
I'm not sad to see what's his name go. What's his name?
Todd.
Yeah,
don't
Todd was just like, you did deserve to kick the bucket, man.
Like this.
Not like that, but
It was quick.
I would have liked Mother's Milk to
Quick.
get
Oh,
a punch
actually, yeah,
in.
to a degree.
I mean, it
yeah.
was quick, but it was terrible.
It was quick.
It was terrible.
Not from his idol.
Right? Don't meet your heroes.
Oh,
Don't meet
you
your
know,
heroes. You'll be
karma.
martyrs.
Karma's a bitch.
I like when the black noir actor was like, "Hey, this is seriously fucked up, right?"
I think he's probably the
Black
best
Noir,
new
like, Black
addition.
Noir is absolutely hilarious.
I think that was his first line too.
It's like, yo, this
That was
is
his first. That was his first dialogue.
Yeah, that's when you knew it wasn't actually
It
black
wasn't.
noir.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
that's funny.
Mhm. And also that was integral for A Train, as far as
Yeah.
kind of his switching up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think that was the straw that broke the camel's
Yeah,
back.
no, that was definitely the straw because not only did he kill him, he had to plant them at the scene.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and start the riot.
Mm-hmm.
That was something. That was big. Which I also thought, I don't know. I feel that riot scene could have gone more boys.
I think the
Uh-huh.
riot scene was more, like more of like a civil disagreement than like a riot between two opposing like factions of like Starlighters and Team
I think
Homelanders.
something tells me that that's just like
The
it was
beginning.
like a preview.
Mm.
Something
Could be.
tells me that further down the line in this season, there's gonna be a really bad one.
Well, there's in the promotional, I guess, marketing image, they have a scene where it's like, like Starlight and Butcher and Mother's Milk, they're all like charging against like people in like riot gear, and there's
I
like
thought
tear
that was
gas.
just promo images though.
But man, if they
I
don't
know what
do,
you're talking about.
yeah, if they don't do something with that, where I'm like to believe like it's like warring factions of like their society, I'm gonna be a little disappointed. If I come back to this scene that we're talking about at the end of season 4 and nothing like that, it gets topped, then that to me that's disappointing.
Oh no, we're gonna go. We have to go up from here.
I hope so.
They're
I
gonna
hope so.
go up.
I hope so. Yeah, I hope so. But that was good as far as causing some divisiveness within Starlighters being problematic. I mean, quickly, A Train saved the day with footage, so go him. TruthCon. Let's get into a little bit of TruthCon. What was his
TruthCon.
name? I think. Oh my god, I forgot his name.
Let's just call him Shadow Clone.
I wrote down Shadow Clone Jutsu. I sure did.
Hmm.
That was gross. What do you call that? The
The human
elephant
centipede.
train?
The human centipede.
I
Uh,
also wrote down the ultimate masturbation.
gross. This
That
this
like,
part was
It was like,
what
what disgusting scene will the boys give us next?
But you see, this is where I'm thinking something happened with the writing staff when it comes to scenes like this, because regardless of how nasty or grotesque the boys got in prior seasons, those scenes served a purpose. Whether it's to showcase a character and their...
Oh, this was just a gag.
This was just a gag. This was just like, you take out that scene, it does not change the episode whatsoever. Right. And to me, that's a problem, because I know The Boys does better than this. And for that scene to exist, it's like, oh man, that's gross. Okay, but what else? Like, what did that do? The guy was already weird. I already thought he was weird before that scene. And then that one was just like, oh wow, he's even worse than I thought. Sure. I don't know. I felt like that could have been done a lot better.
No, you actually raise a good point. Again, we talked about this. The Boys is very either grotesque humor or like ultra violent, but very purposeful.
Right, yeah.
Right. I guess this one didn't really lack much purpose.
I felt like the writers felt like they had an obligation, because it's like, oh, we always got to have a gross out scene in every season of The Boys. What do we do to top last seasons? And then this was their choice.
That this isn't the gross scene.
Oh no! Stop! This was the gross scene. This was the gross scene.
I'm just gonna say, every time we think that The Boys can't get more disgusting, they become more disgusting. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that this is like not a gross scene. It is it's disgusting. But something tells me this is not the gross scene.
Whether or not it's the gross scene or not, it just served no purpose to existing.
It was a pure gag.
Yeah.
It was just there to like, oh, okay.
I think to Dr. Jace's point though, because Dr. Mondo, you're saying there might be a more gross scene. I should walk away from a scene being like, oh, that was the gross scene. I shouldn't be like, oh, they're gonna do something more. Because like season 3 with the dude inside the penis.
Oh god.
And then I was like, wow, that's really gross. They built that penis set.
And that I could not tell you what happened next, but that served a purpose.
Right, because Soups were abusing, right? That was the whole point. They were out there abusing their powers, or
I think it was that, but I left that scene realizing, oh, that had consequences, because the next scene after that was a chain of events that happened because of that, of that penis explosion. This was just like, oh, he's gross.
Well, then they got in a fight, and he was still naked,
and he had pink eye. Nasty.
And they ruined that bar mitzvah, or that bat mitzvah.
Oh, is that a bat mitzvah?
It was not bat mitzvah. No.
Wow.
Interesting. But that was fun. TruthCon. What about our boy Ryan and his fake robbery?
Oh damn, my boy.
He didn't deserve that.
Yeah,
he didn't.
He felt so bad. He felt so bad.
Push him, Ryan. Push him.
I had to look this up too. That's the actual Boys stunt coordinator.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's neat. That's funny. Oh man.
I feel you knew it was coming.
Oh yeah, no, you saw that coming.
You're like, oh no, oh no,
oh no,
oh
no. It's like you knew.
It's traumatizing for the boy.
No, yeah, and the thing is that Homelander's like always trying. Remember, they are toys. It's like we are more than them. But it's
push them.
But definitely, if you notice, it's like Ryan deeply cares about his mom, and he misses his mom, and he knows his mom was human. That's why I think he can't come to terms with that ideology. That's like, they are less than us and all that, or they are toys, because like, it would be for him to say, oh, so my mom was a freaking toy.
And it's interesting too, because he is very small percentage trying to, you know, be a good son to Homelander. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
and it's interesting because Homelander is trying to be a good dad.
he just doesn't know how.
No, he's obviously he's a psychopath. He lacks empathy. He lacks all these crucial emotions. But Homelander really is trying to be a good father. He truly, like, in his own twisted way, he does care for Ryan, because he always is saying, like, I want to give you what I didn't have, and that is love. Because Homelander is always like, his childhood was hell, and he doesn't want Ryan to go through that in his own twisted way.
And in an ironic way, he is putting his son through hell.
Exactly. But he doesn't have the empathy. He doesn't have the social intelligence to actually just see that.
Correct. It's a superiority complex as well.
Yeah.
That's why you're upset? Because you killed a guy?
Does he kill that guy?
Yeah, because Butcher. So you want to see Butcher instead of me?
Again, like the insecurities that he has. He needs.
Where
to
were
be
you,
loved.
Ryan? He's like, I forgot where he said he
Coney
was.
Island, or to get
Let's
hot
go to
dogs?
Island, get in the hot. You
Get in
were
that hot
at Billy
dog.
Butcher's. I could smell it on you. The fact that Homelander knows these folks by smell, I also find really funny.
Yeah, like when Huey sweat.
Campbell.
That made it more menacing. It made it sound like he was like a hound dog.
Oh, he was mad. He was mad. He was like, he can't get rid of them.
He's here, that cockroach. Oh, he was
I-
pissed.
I feel low key bad for Homelander that these guys got him so on edge that, you know, I can smell Butcher on you. Like, he's got scent samples. What is he, a bloodhound?
Just heightened senses.
I guess. Frenchie's trip.
Oh, the what with like
When
the,
he was
the
tripping?
bubbles? It was fine.
It felt weak, huh?
To me it felt weak, man. I don't know. This opening for the boys, I did not feel the same way that I did in prior openings with seasons 1, 2, and 3. It was fine. It was like, oh, cool. He's tripping balls. He's seeing rubber ducks and bubbles. But
You know who did it better?
who?
Gen V with the Muppets.
Oh, that was funny. That was so
was
funny.
hilarious.
That was hilarious. You see, I know the boys can do better. So when I just see a scene like that, I'm like, I guess
It feels half-assed a little bit.
it does to me.
Yeah. I mean, it was still good. It was still fun, but I know I've seen better.
Right.
It was a checkbox. It feels like a checkbox.
Gross out scene. All right. Human centipede. All right. Hallucinations. Check. There we go.
Now, I would say this last bit was probably my favorite. Let's put the Christ back in Christmas.
That was funny. Okay, that was funny.
That was good.
They have a whole bit in the credits where they sing the entire song.
Yeah, I listened to the whole thing.
That thing was so funny. That was funny.
Those are Broadway stars singing those parts.
Yeah, there was one of them that I definitely recognized.
That's one was Andrew Rannells. Oh my gosh. I love talking about Andrew Rannells. Miss Mad, this is probably before your time. Andrew Rannells is the voice of Mako Tsunami on Yu-Gi-Oh.
Are you serious?
Yes. Talk about a comeuppance.
That's wild. Ew.
He does a lot of 4Kids voices.
And he just shows up in here on The Boys as a Broadway.
No, he started off as a voice actor, and then he was always into theater. He's also, Dr. Mono, you know, he's Elder whatever from the Book of Mormon.
Knew it. I was like, I freaking recognized. I was like, where have I heard you before?
And then there was James Michael. I always butcher his name. James Monroe Englehart. Or James Michael Ingle. Oh my god, I have to look it up. The
Sounded
genie
out.
from Aladdin.
Will
Broadway.
Smith?
No, Broadway.
Oh.
Broadway.
I don't know.
Hey, yo, Habibi.
No, he's good. James Monroe Eagleheart. He was Jesus. He was singing the voice of Jesus.
Oh, okay.
No, but that scene was really funny. They were just like, and then of course everything goes to shit. Let me just shine a light on.
Oh, but it went to like what? Hold on, let me shout out one more. Shoshana Bean. She was Maeve on Ice.
Oh, okay, that was her.
Yes. So they got a bunch of these Broadway stars, and yes, it all went to shit. And I just felt watching that thing, I was like, oh no.
No, but it was so funny because it was just like, okay, he cuts Maeve he burns Maeve in half, and then it's just wild. They slice off this chick's fingers.
It got a little silly.
It was definitely silly, but it was like,
they're getting off, and it's like,
when you think about it, this could happen.
Yeah,
This could happen. Someone stepping over the barrier of an ice rink and then just slicing someone's neck as they step.
Yes, blades are sharp.
No, they oversold it at that point. I'm like, okay, I get it. It's a mess.
Yes, it was
it
funny
was
because
just
everything
funny.
that
It's like,
could go wrong
Christ in
after somebody gets
Christmas.
lasered in half did go wrong.
Right.
And somehow Huey made it out alive. I don't know how the hell a man with super speed couldn't catch Huey.
It was A-Train.
I mean, A-Train, yes, came in clutch again.
Oh, and then Mother's Milk did like the blind thing, like with the lights.
Yes.
Oh man.
I welcome this. I thought this was funny. The song is hilarious if you go back and listen to the lyrics.
The war on Christmas has begun.
You could be Muslim, you could be Hindu. You don't I don't know, to celebrate Christmas. Oh, I was like, this is problematic. I'm pretty sure, I don't know who wrote that, but I was like, this sounds like something like the South Park guys.
It sounded very South Park. It
Yeah,
sounded very South Park.
it was giving South Park.
It was they said every Muslim, Hebrew, Sikh, or Jew, you can celebrate Christmas too. I'm like, they're singing and they're singing it so well, and I'm like, they put in so much effort. That was so funny. That was just so funny.
Hilarious.
Oh man. See, that's the boys. That's the.
Yes,
I'm
that's the
I'm like,
boys.
yeah,
Yes,
they're
yes.
eating. They're eating here. I like it.
Yes, that felt up to form with
Right.
what we've seen. So I did appreciate that scene. But I think that's it. And let me know if I'm missing any or other bigger moments here. I think that's it. And where we left
Oh
off.
well, and then it's like Homelander's mirror scene.
Okay, his
Oh.
mirror scene.
Right.
Which because the only the shred of humanity that Homelander has, other than like growing old, is his craving for attention and love.
Yeah.
That's like an affection. That is like that shred of his humanity that has remained, and to a certain degree, it really is his Achilles heel, because that's the way you control Homelander.
Yeah, I liked the whole like split mirror bit, just because those are really all of Homelander's psyches competing with each other. There's a part of him that genuinely wants his son to love him, but then the other one is just so angry, saying like, just force him to love you. And then you have the conniving side too, the one that's just like trying to figure out the next step in implementing this plan of his. I like that mirror scene. That mirror scene was really good.
Yeah, the mirror scene, and it's like, and again, going back to the theme that I think we're seeing, it's like, you gotta go back to your past. You gotta go back to where it all began.
Technically, they did that last season too with Soldier Boy being his father. But
No, but
yes.
it's like, now it's like, no, you're going back to like where you were. like, and really confront it.
So that's Homelander's next target.
Because I'm just gonna say, if Homelander abandons that need for affection,
he's a loose cannon.
There he's truly like, you can't stop him.
Correct.
Because that's the only thing that somehow keeps him in check. That's like, if you do not love or adore him or show him praise, he becomes a shell. The moment he realizes that he doesn't need that, you have no leverage against him.
Very true.
Who knows what he's about to find if he goes back to the farm.
Yep.
Or wherever the hell he grew up. With that scientist, I can't recall. But that's where he's heading. I'm trying to remember real quickly where everybody else is at right now.
Huey with his mom.
Huey with his mom. The Deep with Sage.
Do we have a target for next? I know Butcher's about to work with Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Well, he's working to a certain degree begrudgingly because he's like, yep, you either
they wanted him to capture or convince Ryan to join their side.
And that, by the way, we really didn't talk a lot about that scene. That scene was so nice. That was a great scene.
We talked about it some. It was good.
It was good. I liked it. I like that.
And just like how, it's like, I think a little bit of the redemption of a Butcher, and he's caught between a rock and a hard place. It's like, hey, so either you get your kid, either you trap him or you kill him. You train him or you kill him.
Right. But he's gonna do it the right way. And it's working. It's clearly working.
Yeah.
Oh, did you like the Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
Oh, that
KO kill.
Yeah.
That'd be a DLC, right?
Let's relax.
Oh no, is Homelander already in Mortal Kombat enough?
Correct.
Okay.
I think a lot of the animations were actually pulled from Injustice,
right?
And
I saw that
Kombat.
with the Deep and when he did the little. No, I'm sorry, Lamplighter,
with the staff.
Yeah. I was like, I'm pretty sure Aquaman does that.
Of course, you remember that.
What? What's wrong with that?
I don't know. I'm just saying. I knew you would remember it.
Dr. J, he's gonna play that now. He's gonna play.
No, I don't play games like that. You know what I play? I'm a one-trick pony.
Yeah, you play Arkham.
That's probably what I'll play next. So there was a mere mention of the Godolkin virus. We haven't talked about that.
Like, there was?
Butcher mentioned it to Newman.
It's like it's not strong enough to
not
kill.
Strong enough yet
to kill Homelander.
Okay.
Yeah, that was it. We haven't seen no Gen V kids.
Nope. They should. Ooh, what if they're in the facility that Homelander's going back to? Remember at the end of season 5, they're like trapped in like some medical facility. I
forgot they were.
Yeah,
that's right. They were captured.
It ended on a cliffhanger, because you didn't know where they were or what was going to happen to them. So maybe Homelander, if wherever going back to start is, maybe he's going to that facility where they're at.
To the farm.
Yeah, we don't know who has those kids. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Could be interesting. We might see May again. And we might see probably the last portrayal of that Chance, right? Maybe, assuming this is the same place that they're going to.
Assuming according to the trailers, we only know that them two crazies, those two home teamers are in the series because they're in the trailer. The Mind Girl and the Muppet Boy.
I don't.
The brother, the little brother.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're in the trailer, so we know they're gonna show up eventually. But, I guess we'll see. I can't remember how there's 3 episodes is a lot. Okay, I hate when The Boys does this. I can't keep up. It's really hard. This podcast was really hard trying to make sure we cover majority of everything. I think we got majority of everything. Thank God we're going back to one episode. I can't keep doing this.
It's too much.
It's too much for me. All right. Any final thoughts on the 3-episode premiere of The Boys season 4?
I agree that it wasn't. I think yes, it was the weakest of the openings of the 4 seasons. I do agree with that, but it was still, in my opinion, really good.
It's definitely good.
Yeah.
I give it an 8. Like the others, I give them like 9s and 10s. This one, I give it an 8.
That's fair. I mean, I still liked what was present. It's just like you said. To me, it's one of the weaker openings to The Boys. The rest of the season might pick up and change my overall thoughts on it. But yeah, no, I was treated so well in 3 straight seasons, and you could even say 4 to a degree with Gen V. I like Gen V. I think Gen V was really good. So then when they fumble a little bit, it's noticeable. At least to me, it is. So I'm kind of like at a 7 overall, which is still good. It's not a bad season. I wouldn't get to season 4 and be like, oh my God, this is Game of Thrones season 8 level. This is trash.
No.
We're not there yet. Yeah, I don't know.
It's like I'm giving it an 8, but like the others, it was like they were 10s,
Yeah.
9.5s. It was like, and this is an 8.
Yeah.
I rarely recall the other seasons, but I'm telling you now, season 3 is a tough order to.
Season 3 is the best.
Right.
Season 3 is the best of The Boys.
You want to hear something out of pocket, and you could confront him next time. Toasty thinks season 3 is the worst.
Absolutely not. No.
Confront him next week.
Sure, will do.
I thought he was gonna be here.
He was too scared.
He heard Miss Mad was coming. Miss Mad. Overall thoughts on the 3-episode premiere?
I'll have to
Final
agree with
thoughts.
most of you guys. I think it was good. Nothing like so incredibly crazy, but I'm really optimistic. I think the last episode kind of started turning more into like what I really like from The Boys. So I think 1 and 2 are getting their years straight, setting a foundation for the rest of the season.
I can get on that. I'll say it felt like one long episode.
Yeah,
One
they're pretty
big
digestible.
premiere. Yeah. So if it's laying the groundwork, they better hit the ground running come next episode. Episode 4 should be, because it's 8 episodes, right? The Boys is always 8 episodes.
I think so.
I think so, like 7 or 8.
Nothing
More than that. Like that's the max. 8 would be the max.
Yeah, it's 8 episodes. So episode
Okay.
4 should be a big episode because that's technically your mid-season finale.
Don't they always do something in mid-season finale for The Boys? Like some, or maybe not. Maybe I'm mixing it with another show.
I
They
don't
do
really,
it like Boys doesn't do like a mid-season finale.
Yeah, because that'd be kind of
it's, like,
weird.
weekly.
No, mid-season finale in terms of something big or a turning point.
At the halfway point.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
the halfway point. So
We'll see.
something big story-wise should happen. So we shall see. We shall see. But
We shall.
I guess that's it from us here at the Yonko table, talking about The Boys. Season 4 premiere. Catch it on Amazon Prime. We'll be back with more The Boys come episode 5 coming out this Friday. So stay tuned. We'll be here. And goodness gracious, thank you for all your support on or thank you for listening to us wherever you listen to us, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcast. Thank you for following us and supporting us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube with DrJaceAttorney. And again, we got things popping off in the Discord. If you'd like to ever hop in there and talk The Boys, we're down to talk with you. And catch us. Goodness, we've had a busy week. We got a lot of stuff you can catch up on. Inside Out 2, The Acolyte, House of the Dragon, and yeah, go check out some of our other stuff. We're here for you. We'll be here all June. June's a busy month. But that is it from us here at the table. I'm your Yonko host, Grandmaster Hoop Fellow Yonko, Dr. Jace Attorney, Supernova, Dr. Mondo, and everyone give a warm applause for the worst generation, Miss Mad.
Whoa.
How shall we end this?
Put the Christ back in Christmas.
I gotta learn these lyrics.
So say his name you know so well. That way you won't burn in hell. Those are the only ones I know. And then at
Wow,
the
that's
end,
pretty good. Good job.
Amen, Jesus.